It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment, the long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
We made it. Your first book. Congratulations. Come, I have a surprise for you.
Very dark here.
We better turn on the light. It's a dictionary. Some of the words we have learned. Add as many as you like. It's yours.
Thank you, Papa.
Joining me now are guests on Sidewalks, director Brian Percival, actor Sophie Nélisse, and actor Geoffrey. How are you guys today?
Very good, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on Sidewalks. And first of all, amazing film, beautiful film, and congratulations on the phenomenal work you all did on this film. It's beautifully done. Wanted to ask you, Brian, first, how did this project happen for you? Like, what connected you to this story?
I think it's, I was sent the script amongst quite a few others to begin with, but this is the one thing that stood out for me because it was a story of human spirit and how that can overcome the very worst that life has to throw at it and results in a successful life, emotionally and culturally and in a sense of a humane life, I think. And so it was just that I think, it was a great canvas that was set up Nazi Germany in the 1930s and the atrocities, terrible nature of that society at that time, and ordinary working class people who were trying to live their lives. So it was an interesting canvas, but first and foremost, it was this idea that human spirit, I think, can overcome most things.
And it was beautifully intertwined in the film, and I loved it. It was amazing. And I wanted to ask our actress here, your role came about in an interesting way. And can you talk to us about how this all happened for you and what was happening prior to the role happening for you?
I got called to do a self-tape, which is when you film yourself and you send it to the director or producer. And at the beginning, I didn't want it because I was doing gymnastics at a national level.
That's awesome.
So I did the audition for fun, and they called me back to go to LA. So I went, and I read the script, and I thought it was really, really good, and I loved the character. And then they called me to go to Berlin when we were like 5 other girls. And I really thought I wouldn't get the role because they were all the other girls were focused and they had all these notes on their scenes, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are so prepared. I have nothing of this. And but I got the part, and I was really happy.
I mean, you did an amazing job, Sophie.
Thank
Congratulations to you. And I could just imagine the terror you probably felt when you were in the audition room getting ready for this. It was probably pretty crazy for you.
I was really stressed because, I was stressed, but at the same time I was having fun and messing around with other people while all these little girls were like doing their scenes and practicing them, and I was like, whoa.
And how were you able to relate to this character? What helped you pull it off, this role? How were you able to put that together?
I think I had just a lot of points in common with my character, so I based some things on my life, and I like to read, and
That's great. And also because you were a gymnast as well for quite some time since you were a child, since you were about 3, is that right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's some dedication, and obviously being an actor as well takes some dedication too. So, and Geoffrey, interested, you are a phenomenal actor, Academy Award winning. How have you been able to take on this role? What was it for you that inspired you in this role?
I suppose that for me it was, it came at a point in my career where I was wanting to do something that felt personally quite different as a role, and it was the very ordinariness of the character. And given that this is a very, famous, notorious period of 20th century politics, history, a global war, the fact that there were no famous people in it, you were actually looking at nobodies from a very small town in a very small family microcosm.
Who is it?
And it was a great pleasure to find
What do you want?
the complexities inside what seemed like a very ordinary person. He's a house painter, working class guy. He's out of work because he's avoided joining the National Socialists, sort of to his detriment, but to his integrity. He's very aware how tough the times are politically, and I suppose the bright light that comes into his life by accident is this young girl, and it becomes his duty to guide her towards young adulthood. So I determined in my own mind to not act, but be guided by what would happen if a 9-year-old, 10-year-old girl came into my life in a state of grief, who was illiterate. She just lost her mother. How would I guide? So I really just worked off what Sophie presented, and I suddenly thought, I don't have to act because I'm so drawn into her inner workings, her rich emotional landscape that she brings
Almost like she's your daughter.
so naturally to the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I loved about that is that when the moment the director, Brian, would say cut, we had a lot of laughs and a lot of play and a lot of fun. And I liked the fact that Soph said, in going for the audition, you learn something as an older actor when she said, I did it for fun.
That's awesome.
Now, you could write a complete thesis about that as being a great way to approach your profession as an actor.
That's awesome.
Do it with a sense of play.
That's what it's all about. Well, thank you so much. My time is up with you. I wish I had more time. Congratulations to all of you, and I look forward to seeing your guys' next film together. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.